And then moving on, we've got Black Widow director hints at a sequel.
Yeah. So this is a bit hard to talk about because, I mean, Black Widow hasn't come out here. It comes out tomorrow.
Which will
in
be
Australia
watching.
Anyway. But it's got really good reviews so far. I think it's on like 87, 80, like around the 85, 87 mark on Rotten Tomatoes, which is, you don't really expect anything less of a Marvel movie.
No.
We already know that she's dead. Do you know what I mean? Like, we already know Natasha Romanoff's dead. So of course it's going to be a Black Widow sequel, like, in a sense, like her character, not her character, but like the mantle of Black Widow will live on through Florence Pugh.
Yeah.
I still think it's Pugh.
It's not.
Pugh sounds better. I don't know.
Florence Pugh?
Pugh sounds so sick. Are you kidding me? Sounds like an Oscar winner right there. Are you serious?
Well, she's
I'm winning Oscars if I'm Florence Pugh. Sorry, but that's how I feel.
Her name is Pug. Let's not mess it up.
Okay. Yeah, but like, obviously she's the one to take up the mantle next. So it'll be interesting to see like the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
In Black Widow, which I've heard is actually pretty cool. Like, you got to stay and watch that. That would be cool to watch that. And obviously that will hint at
because that's what they're saying.
Future of the character.
They're saying that the sequel won't be Scarlett Johansson. It will be Florence.
No, obviously not. Yeah, I mean, for sure.
Like, I don't know. I guess you kind of have to wait until you watch the film, right? To be able to be like, if you want the sequel or not with that character. The only thing with Florence Pugh's character, the only thing that I seem to have problems with and have had for the last year since watching the trailer is this accent.
But her accent?
Yeah, I just don't know about the accent.
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it? To me, the accent sounds a little strange.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know too many Russian people, so it's kind of hard for me to be like, that's a terrible Russian accent. Do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not an accent you hear.
I've heard a few Russian people in my heyday, seeing as I've gone to international schools all across the world. And I've just
never really come across,
It doesn't seem like, I don't know. I guess I'll have to wait and see the movie. You don't really hear her talk too much. You only hear like 3 lines from her. So I guess I've got to see. Yeah. But that was the only issue I've had with it from the beginning. So if there's ever going to be a knock against a sequel,
but you know what? They think they can always get rid of the accent. Like they've been doing that with Scarlett Witch a little bit too, like kind of dulling down her accent.
Yeah.
Which, because I guess people had a bit of a problem with it, even though it's a made up country that she's from and it's a made up accent, really, essentially. So it really shouldn't matter.
Yeah, no.
But they've been dulling down her accent a little bit. So I guess they could do that in the future, but seeing that this character is probably in her like late 20s, I think.
Yeah.
If not like early 20s or whatever. 20s, mid to late. Well, we don't know how old Natasha Romanoff is, or maybe we do, and I just don't know. But if she comes to America and stays there for a while, they could easily just drop the accent a bit.
Yeah.
They could. Because it makes sense. Like, if you're in a country for a while, you start adopting their accent, and Russian to American is not that like, it's different, but there's some similarities in it, I think. So I guess I could do that. But I mean, like, going back to like the sequel and stuff, I think that would be pretty cool. It'd be cool to see where they could take this
a new character born and brought. Yeah.
I think it's a shame that they killed off Scarlett Johansson's character, because it would be cool for her to get her own movie set within the present world of the Marvel universe. It's a shame they kind of waited this long and then did a prequel, because I guess we're not really interested in seeing a prequel. We want to see what's happening next. We don't want to go back.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I mean, I like the idea they're going to have a sequel. I think it's kind of obvious that they would have a sequel. You know,
I
don't know.
They're not just going to bring in
have sequels.
Exactly. They're not going to bring in a character now and introduce this character, just give them one movie and that's it. Like, this character's going to live on and she's going to join the Avengers. You know how this goes.
Yeah. So, but the sequel won't be happening for a few years, I'd imagine. They got to build her character up a bit more within the Avengers
other
team.
Films and within the MCU.
Yeah. Exactly.
World, yeah.
I think she's going to appear in the new Hawkeye series as well. So
right. Okay.
That would be good. Right. Good to get a bit of time to kind of,
and also good move on Florence Pugh's career as well. You know, to
well, this is like
it's
her
career.
Every coming up actor does
exactly.
Like, this is what you want. You know, it gets you like a steady paycheck.
Yeah.
Which is like, something you don't really associate with actors. So that's it gives you that, and then and then she can do really whatever she wants. She can do like the big budget and then do small things. Like it gives you the best of both worlds, really.
Her career's just shot up out of nowhere. Like I was looking at her IMDb, her film list, and it's like she really did nothing. A couple films, then Little Women, and then
Midsommar.
Exactly. And she's just like shot off. It's crazy. Like her, I don't know how that happened, but like she's.
Have you ever seen
Midsommar? Isn't it Midsummer?
No, it's Sommar, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's pronounced Midsummer. Is it English?
No. I mean, there's they speak English in it, but it's not set in England.
Right, because I know like Midsummer Murders. Midsummer Murders is spelt with an O.
Oh. So well, anyway, that movie's insane. She's really, really good in it.
Really
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's made by that guy Ari Aster who made Hereditary and remember that short film I sent you about the incest.
I know. Yeah, I know. Don't need to talk about it on here.
It's a good movie, just if you can get past that. But back to the sequel. I think it's a good idea. Obviously, it's going to happen. It'll be interesting to see what other characters from the Black Widow movie get to come back for the sequel. Like, does David Harbour come back? Does Rachel Weisz come back?
Yeah.
Does Taskmaster come back? Because he's the main bad guy.
That's true.
In this movie, and obviously we haven't seen it, so maybe he'll die in it. But maybe he doesn't. And so is he?
And that's a new villain born within the MCU.
You know, I think the post-credit scene is going to be, and it's going to be it's going to blow your mind.
What?
I reckon at the end of the Black Widow movie, I reckon Florence Pugh's character, I think her name's like Yelena something.
Yeah.
Is actually working with Taskmaster, and they're going to infiltrate the Avengers. And then I reckon it's going to lead with her and the US agent from Falcon and Winter Soldier teaming up and creating this like Dark Avengers kind of thing.
Yeah.
Or like just bad guys team, like a kind of Sinister Six kind of thing going on. But like, I reckon that's what's going to happen.
That would be cool.
I reckon it's going to be a massive twist. I reckon that'd be sick. Like we've never seen a person infiltrate the Avengers just yet. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's about to kind of happen.
Yeah, that's one stone that they haven't turned yet, you know, like that's exactly. And that's definitely a way that they in a way have to go to bring something new to.
Well, it's like instead of bringing a big bad guy in, bring someone who can just fuck with them. Like kind of similar to like.
And they've hinted at it with Spider-Man and how you have Jake Gyllenhaal's character, what's his name?
Mysterio.
I was going to say Manifesto. I was like, that's wrong. That's a combination of Mephisto and but yeah, so you've like they kind of hinted at it as someone pretending to be good and then switching up on them. And so you could do that with the Avengers. So that would be actually really cool.
Yeah, for sure.
That's a really good
idea. It would just be interesting. And they did something similar in Civil War where they got someone to kind of break up the Avengers who couldn't physically beat them, but mentally just fuck with them and just like pretty much succeeded really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would just be interesting to see that. So it would be interesting to see where this will go. Maybe they won't make her into a bad guy because that's a bit too. They just introduced a character. They don't want to flip it on us just yet. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see. We'll probably review Black Widow in the next next podcast.
For sure. Yeah.
Definitely. So watching it tomorrow. So it'd be cool.
Yeah, definitely. So I'm definitely going to stick the news. If there's a sequel, like stick it for sure. I want to watch it.
For sure.
I want to see where the character can go. So yeah.
Absolutely. I'll stick it too.